Ray. Ray.
Yeah. You talking about the boom boom room?
Yeah, they the boom boom room. That's it.
Alright guys, PapaReys here, PapaReys Boom Boom Room. Our last video of the series for the NFL prospects, top prospects for the 2020 NFL draft. We have our safety group. A lot of good players in this list here. We're going to jump right into that. Before we do that, if you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe below. If you have not followed me on Instagram, go ahead and follow my Instagram page. And if you haven't liked my Facebook page, go ahead and look it up and follow my Facebook page. Let's get into it with our safeties for this 2020 draft. First, we got Antoine Winfield Jr. out of the University of Minnesota. Last year, he had 83 tackles, 3.5 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks, 7 interceptions, and 2 forced fumbles. Winfield was a lot higher on a lot of people's draft boards, dropped a little bit, but I think he's still going to be a great NFL safety coming out of the University of Minnesota, where my boy Derek Wells went. Looks like we have the Cleveland Browns possibly being in the running to draft Winfield. We shall see where Antoine ends up. Another guy we have here is Kyle Duggar out of Lenore Ryan, real low-key school. Last year he had 43 tackles, 4 interceptions, 2 fumbles recovered, and both of them for touchdowns. This guy has a really high motor and probably really the steal of the draft. If he ends up with the right team, he has a lot of upside to him. On this draft board, we have him going to the Minnesota Vikings. They can really use somebody back there with Anthony Harris. That would be great. Kyle Duggar is a name to look out for, I believe, in this 2020 draft. Next up, we got Ashton Davis out of the University of California. Cal, last year, 55 tackles, 2 interceptions, 4 passes defended, and 1 forced fumbled. This kid can ball. Looks like he will be going to the Denver Broncos. Depending on how the draft plays out, Ashton Davis, I believe, will be one of the first safeties off of our draft board this year. Another great safety we have coming into this draft is Grant Delpit out of LSU. Last year he had 65 tackles, 4.5 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions, 7 passes defended, and 1 fumble recovered. Grant Delpit was a great asset on that defense for that championship winning team. It looks like he might be joining his quarterback Joe Burrow in Cincinnati with the Bengals. If everything plays out right, Grant Delpit will be with the Cincinnati Bengals. If not, whoever does draft this kid is going to get a great safety. And last but not least, we got Xavier McKinney out of the University of Alabama. Roll Tide. This kid was great on that defense. 95 tackles last year, 5.5 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks, 3 interceptions, and 5 passes defended with 4 fumbles forced. This kid was an absolute monster back there. A lot of people were thinking he was going to go to Miami. Miami ended up signing Jones, so we shall see where Xavier McKinney ends up. A lot of people think he might end up with the Titans. On a couple other draft boards, he's ended up with different teams. So we shall see where Xavier McKinney out of the University of Alabama ends up in the NFL. Alright guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video of the top safeties coming into the NFL. The 2020 draft prospects. I had fun making these series of videos. watching highlights and all that, trying to come up with the best list of top players, low-key players, and just the greatness that's going to come out of this draft. I appreciate you guys for sticking around with my crazy hats because my hair is a mess right now. Blame COVID-19. I don't care. If you guys have not already, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel below. If you're watching on Instagram, go ahead and like and follow my Instagram. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and follow my Facebook channel. I appreciate you guys a lot for sticking around. We shall see each other on the draft, April 23rd. Can't wait. You guys have a blessed day.